Good morning, yogis. Great. Good morning. Hi, Joe. Oh, good. Nice. Chris is going to join. A couple other people. Pramil. Nice to have you all. I did encourage maybe grabbing a blanket or a pillow because I am going to really allow time for a nice 5-minute shavasana at the end, where I'll just kind of remind you to breathe, to release, to let go, and just drop into your body, drop into this earth. Especially this Sunday, it's a little cloudy today, a little chilly for me, which I love, but for me, when I have that, it just reminds me to cozy up, to really go inward, and I love that. I love that part of the practice of yoga, allowing me that space too. So today, as we begin, we're actually going to begin laying down onto our backs. So I know some of you like the visual, so I will do it with you. So as you kind of bring yourself down onto your back, this is where we will also finish our practice. I just want you to start with the knees bent and the soles of the feet onto the earth. And you can let those hands be down alongside your body. And just take a moment just to pause, notice how your body feels. Just take that in, that energy to get here, right? To commit to yourself. And then just take a moment. For me, I want to make sure that lower back, that lumbar spine has a little bit of space in it. So just kind of lifting it up and then letting it melt back to the earth. And the same thing between the shoulder blades. There's that beautiful little space between the shoulder blades. I like to kind of rock a little bit and just kind of open up that space and then just let the body melt back down to the earth there. And your feet can be a little bit wider if you like. And you can even then take and bring the knees a little bit together here. So feet wide, knees together, as long as that feels healthy into your hips. And just let yourself go there, right? Let yourself pause. And this practice today, a little bit more of this focus, that kindness, that place of love inside of us, ahimsa, non-harming. And just allowing yourself to drop in. Let your breath slow. Yeah. Laying on your back, let your breath slow. And just feel your heart. And just allow that heartbeat to calm and to slow as well. Feel the place of here, of now. And just pause into that. And just breathe. Just soft, fluid inhales and exhales. And just connecting to your body, this place right here, right now. And bringing our mind into our hearts, and just starting with that heartbeat. Just let it calm, let it slow. but then also moving deeper, moving down into that beautiful heart, that space of love and kindness inside you. And when we come into that place inside of us of love and kindness, there isn't a lot of room for hatred or fear or anger. So just tap into that. Notice what love and kindness is for you, how it feels within you. And you might notice the body. It just naturally releases and relaxes a little bit more. Again, just let your body settle here. And maybe an intention for your practice this morning, just being kind to yourself and noticing when the mind wanders away that you can draw it back, bring it back. Feel the rhythm of the breath. And then from here, just letting the knees separate a little bit. You can keep the feet wide as well. And we're just going to take these knees and we're going to drape them over to the right. And just let the palms stay turning up as long as that feels good to you. And just feel that breath coming into that top hip, through that kind of channel up through the center of your body and opening up into your heart center. And just let yourself go here again. Just let endlessly the muscles release, the thoughts, the busyness of the mind. Let that go over and over again. Feel the breath, the rise and the fall, the tickle of the breath at your nose, the sound of the breath. My favorite part of the breath is that sound. One more breath here. And then just slowly bring these knees back through to center, keeping the feet wide. And then we're going to take the knees over to the other side, coming over to the left. And same thing, arms can be sort of wide to a T or a little closer in. Palms can turn up. And as you do, just feel that front of the body, that top hip, that heart opening, the palms turning up. And just let yourself kind of melt down into the earth again. Releasing effort and letting gravity take your body here. And again, these days can be difficult, right? Staying home. And I know many people have just found themselves even more busy than they've ever been. So can you take this time to drop back into that beautiful space of you, your breath, this earth, allowing your body to stretch here and open up without a lot of effort, but just with some of that focus into that intention of just being kind. 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Perfect. And then just bring these knees back up, the soles of the feet back onto the earth. And we're going to take that right leg and draw it into your chest. And just give it a nice hug there. And just as you draw it in, get some nice compression of that hip into the hip socket. So that sort of femur head into the hip socket. A little bit of a compression. Sort of in that groin area, we have lymph nodes as well. So as you can press into the lymph nodes, you can release some toxins. So it's been said. And then also just that nice kind of movement into the socket of the hip. And then from here, maybe one hand onto that right knee. Just take some small circles one direction and just begin to kind of open it up today. Yeah, lubricating that socket. These are our movements today. Nice and easeful, nice and gentle. Good. And then slowly take this knee and just circle it the other direction, noticing how that feels. Beautiful. And then draw that right knee back into your chest. We're going to take this left leg and we're going to extend it long to the earth. And as soon as you do that, you might find you get a little tight into the lower back. Just shimmy around again, get a little length back in there, and then feel gentle flexion through that left foot and feel this slightly into the front of that left leg. Keep that right knee drawn in. Good. So now a little more length front and back of the body. The neck is long. Breathing in and out. Take your breath. Good. One more breath here, just feeling the energy front and back of body. Good. Now from here, we're going to take this right leg and we're going to extend it long. Bring the fingertips behind the leg. And look, this leg does not have to be straight. I just want you to feel a little bit belly button to spine and spine down into the earth. And begin to make some nice circles, that right ankle. One direction. Slow and even. And then the other direction. Nice and even. Good. Beautiful. And then from here, we're just going to take this right leg. We're going to bend it a little bit, kind of drawing it back in. And then take an exhale and re-extend it. Good. And again, like that, bend it. And then with that exhale, extend it. Exhale can be through the nose or out through the mouth, whatever feels good. And again, extend, bend it. And then extend it nice and long. Good. And then from here, we're going to slide this left foot back onto the earth, cross this right ankle over that knee, and open up that hip a little bit by just letting that right hand slide down that hip towards the knee, and just sort of encouraging it to have space. And try not to lift off the earth with your lower back, but keep this evenness there. Breathing here. And again. Beautiful. One more breath here, just finding that openness. And now from here, keep that ankle over the left knee. You're going to walk your left foot over a little bit to the right. Yeah, and then allow this to come down towards the earth. So you might find that that foot comes down to the earth, or it might kind of slip onto the top of the inner knee. Whatever feels right, just explore it. So you should feel a nice openness into the top of that right hip flexor right there. And again, arms can be out to a T or just softly alongside your body. So we're not having these knees roll in. We're opening that top knee away from us. Yeah, should feel good. Nice space into the hips. Take a few breaths here. Relax and soften. Two more breaths. One more breath. Perfect. And then slowly just relax a little bit, but begin to lift that pelvic floor. We're going to take and draw these knees back up, soles of the feet. Sole of the left foot is on the earth. Walk it back over. Yeah, so it's underneath that left foot. Slide the hands behind that left knee and come in for this kind of number 4. And you'll feel a nice stretch into the outer edge of that right hip. And if this feels too much, you can always take and slide a prop underneath that foot, a block or a can of soup, yeah, and take it this way. So whatever feels right to you, honor your body, especially today, this beautiful Sunday, easygoing practice. Lengthen into the back of the neck, breathe into that right hip. Where can you let go? Relaxing the neck, relaxing the thoughts, right? This yoga is truly about releasing that outer world, releasing negative thoughts, the busyness of the mind, and drawing back into the sweetness of this present moment. Sounds so easy, but again, it's a process of just over and over reminding yourself of loving kindness. Beautiful. One more breath here. And as you release that left foot back down to the earth, we're going to take and release this right leg back down to the earth. And again, just give these knees a gentle little rock side to side, some windshield wipers. Perfect. And then as we move to the other side, we're going to take this left leg. We're just going to draw it in, giving it a nice hug. Just starting there, just feel a little bit of that hug in, a little bit of that compression into the hip socket. I always think it feels really nice. Just noticing that, pausing with that. Good. And again, as you draw the knee in, we're not circling, we're just getting that femur head into the socket. You're going to feel a little bit of that compression, which I want. You know, in yoga, we're always stretching and lengthening. Now we're putting a little compression in. Again, that groin has, I think it's 2 lymph nodes in there. I could be wrong. And just get that like release of any toxins that build up. And then from here, just soften a little bit away and begin to make some nice circles, one direction. You might release and just use one hand to guide this. Good. And then from here, just switch directions, heading the other way. Again, keep it sweet, keep it focused, and slow. One more circle. Perfect. And then knee draws in. Let the hands slide behind that leg as you extend it long, yeah? So it doesn't need to be straight. Just pause there and just notice how that feels at the back of the leg. And then begin to just make some circles, one direction, into that ankle. Should feel good. Stay connected to the breath, the sensations of the breath. Again, sometimes a pose like this, a shape like this, we just kind of start circling randomly our feet and going right into thoughts of later, thoughts of the past. Switch direction in the circle and see again. Can you keep it slow? Can you keep it focused? Can you keep it in that loving kindness, the sensations that are good? Good. And then slowly from here, we're just going to bend this knee a little bit, drawing it in. And then we're going to extend that leg long. Again, bend it in. Good. And then extend that leg long. Good. One more like that. Bending that leg in. And then extending that leg long. And from here, take that right leg long as well, flexing a little bit through the foot, feeling that into the back of the body with length, but also into the front of that right leg. And if that feels too much, you can always rebend the leg, right? Just notice how it feels at the back of the leg. Take your time here. Good. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then taking and sliding this right foot back onto the earth. We're going to take this left ankle and we're going to cross it over that knee. Yeah, taking this left hand, just let it slide down the front of that left leg and just open that hip up. So you're going to feel it into the front of that left hip. And just pause there. Let the heart stay open. Let the lower back stay connected down to the earth. 2 more breaths. One more breath. And then from here, we're going to walk this right foot over to the left a little bit. So it's going to just kind of go over in line with that left sit bone. And then keeping the cross of the ankles, just begin to take that foot kind of down to the earth. But in the same breath, I want you to open up that left knee. So it's not rolling into your chest, into that twist. It's opening up. There's a little bit of a twist, maybe the arms to a T, or soft, close to your body. And just notice again, front of that hip, that left knee melting away from your body. And just breathe here. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. Opening up, relaxing in, keeping your mind present. Perfect. And then from here, we're going to very slowly begin to lift these knees back up. And then as we do, that right foot walks back in line behind that right sit bone. And here's that option. You can stay here, right? Or you might slide the hands behind that right thigh, drawing the knees into the chest. Also, there's that option, slide a prop underneath that right foot and take the space there. Just do what's right for your body. I don't want you to be clinging and forced to this pose, but to relax the back of the spine, relax the shoulders, and refine that breath. Inhales and exhales. Where can you let go? And each time you notice the mind has wandered away, just bring it back to your practice. Letting go of fear, of anger, anxiety, and just moving back into that space of kindness, of love, non-harming. Just being whole with that space in your heart. Beautiful. 1 more breath here. And then letting that right foot slide down to the earth. And we're going to let this left foot slide down to the earth. And again, just gentle windshield wipers, just endlessly kind of reconnecting to our bodies, how it feels. And sometimes these slower, more gentle classes can be more of a challenge for that mind. So you might recognize that. I know when I began my practice, the slow, gentle classes were so hard for me because I just couldn't stay in that stillness so long. But just notice that about yourself and see if you can stay with it. And just notice that these movements are so soothing and so healing on the body. We're going to take both knees and we're going to draw them both into our chest, and just a nice little rock here at the spine. Good. Massage the spine. And then let these knees open a little bit wider. Toes might kind of touch each other or kind of turn towards each other. Think about this as that balasana, that child's pose, but on your back. And just let that spine be long. Let the inner thighs open. Let the shoulders and heart open and relax, right? Notice the sensations. Breathe into that. Inhales and exhales. Lots of work on our backs, right? Just to start here. Good. 1 more breath. And then from here, draw the knees back into your chest. Slide the soles of the feet onto the earth. And we're just gonna roll to one side. So whatever side that is, and we're gonna allow that roll to help us just come up. And we're gonna come up and we're gonna move right onto hands and knees. Tabletop position. So just shimmy there. And when you arrive, hands are spread underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. And just take a pause there. We're gonna take these hips, and for me, I'm taking mine over to the right and torso over to the left. You can do whichever direction you like. And just pause there, breathing in to that whole right side of the body. So I took my hips to my right and torso to the left. And just take a pause there. And then lift the belly button in and up as you shift through center. And taking the hips the opposite direction, torso the opposite direction. For me, hips to the left, torso to the right. And just breathing into that left side of the body. Feeling that space, breathing into it. One more. And then lifting the belly button in and up, coming back to that neutral spine. We're gonna curl the toes up, curl the toes under, and lift our chest into that cow pose. Open up the heart, neck is long. Take a breath there, just feel the belly kind of melting towards the earth. There's this beautiful kind of flexion into the spine. The shoulders roll away from the earth. Inhale. Beautiful. Now slowly begin to take it the other direction, tucking the tail, drawing the belly button in, rounding the spine. And pause there as well, just breathing in and out. Toes can stay curled under. And belly button hollowing out that belly and the belly button to spine. One more breath here. And then on that next inhale, just slowly and connected, begin to move into that cow pose, opening up the heart, lifting that tail. And then with the exhale, rounding back into that cat pose. Inhale, lifting your chest, opening your heart back to that cow pose. And again, exhaling into that cat. One more round, should feel good, especially after starting the practice on our backs. Now we get some nice movement into our backs. We found it into our hips and our legs. Now that movement into the back. Last time here. Beautiful. And then as you come back, nice tabletop position. Release the toes. Knees can come a little bit wider. We're going to slide into that child's pose, balasana. We found it on our backs. Now find it here, letting the belly, chest, shoulders, forehead melt towards the earth. Forearms can stay onto the earth. Gently rock a little bit side to side and just explore this. Now, if it feels hard on the knees for you, you might bring a blanket or a pillow behind the knees and just don't go as deep, right? Again, easygoing Sunday practice. Just allow it to be about soft, mellow movement of the body. Good. One more breath here. Beautiful. And then slowly, we're just going to come back up towards the hands and knees. You might slide that blanket out. And we're going to bring the knees a little bit more underneath us. And we're going to take this right leg, reach up behind us, bend that right knee, and just circle the hips. So same thing we did, kind of laying on our backs, but just find now that the belly button's drawing in, and the spine is long. Small circles, they don't need to be big. Working some strength into that opposite hip. Strength into the arms, switch direction, head the other way. Stay connected. Notice each time the mind wanders away, just smile at its busyness, right? And then take this right leg behind you. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to step it through. So it doesn't need to be rushed. Just take your time, set it up. And here's that opportunity. You might slide your blocks in, or your cans of soup, And just lean forward, open up that heart. Take a nice inhale there. And then exhale, just lean back, extending that leg a little bit. Just explore it. Same motion we did on our backs. Bend that front knee. And drawing it in, open up the heart, spine is long. And then round back, kind of extending the leg, nice and soft. And again, rolling forward, lengthening the spine, opening that heart, and drawing the belly in and extending it long. We're going to pause here for 3 breaths. So find your space, let these blocks or props keep you a little higher. Remember, all different heights, nothing forced. Good, one more breath. Beautiful, and then bring this right foot back down onto the earth, coming forward. And we're going to take this right knee, right foot, bring it back. Hands onto the mat. We're going to curl the toes under, and we're going to sit back now, again, towards that child, but with the toes curled under, you get a little space into the soles of the feet. Rock a little bit there, let the head go. If you feel you want more, you can always sit up onto the heels, and you'll feel a little bit more stretch into the feet. You might even feel a nice stretch into the quads. So whatever it is for you. I'm going to stay down low, that's the more gentle version. We might rock a little bit. See if you can kind of reach into some of the other toes instead of just those big toes. One more breath. And then ever so slowly just rolling back up to that tabletop, releasing the toes. And we're going to take this left leg, reach it out behind you, nice length into that spine, crown of head to heel of foot. And then just bend that left knee. And make some nice circles. They don't need to be huge. I just want you to kind of stay connected, stay present. We're stabilizing through that right hip. We're working some muscles into our arms, our core, and then switch direction, heading the other way. Good. One more time, I know, a little bit longer. And then take that leg, reach it long, open up the heart, again, just soft. And then allow this left foot to come forward, stepping it or helping it along between those hands. And same thing, you might slide those props in. I'm just going to do it without the prop on this one. And then just lean forward a little bit, long spine, heart open. Should feel sweet, should feel good. Take a pause. Find a nice inhale. And then slowly just begin to extend this left leg long. Again, it doesn't need to be straight. Look at this leg, right? It's a little softer. And we're going to move here for 3. Coming back, inhale. And then exhale. Extend a little bit. Relax into it a little bit. Good. Inhale. Coming forward. And exhale. Belly button lifts, spine lengthens. Good. One more here. Good. And then extend it. And then this time, in that extension, we're going to relax. We're going to breathe for 3. So remember, these props can come a little higher. I'm just not using them on this side so you can see me a little better. Good. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Good. And then slow, this left foot comes down onto the earth. And this time we're going to curl the right toes under. We're going to lift that right knee. And we might take a lot of little steps or maybe one big step. Step forward. Let your feet come nice and wide here. And just allow yourself to explore. So a little bit of that rocking side to side. Let the head release. And you might even find you take opposite elbows if that feels good. It really kind of shifts and opens up the shoulder girdle, that space of the neck, the vertebrae of the neck. Where can you let go? Sometimes I find I hold a lot of tension in my toes, so let them relax. And if you took opposite elbows, switch and take the opposite side. And breathe into that. Good. Take a nice inhale. If you have the arms, release them with the exhale. And then soften the knees. We're going to take the hands and we're going to bring them to the thighs, so right above the knees. And we're going to go long with our spine, but my knees are a little bent. So as we're long in the spine, lift the belly button, shoulders draw away from the ears. Take your breath, your feet are a little wide. Inhale, and then exhale. Take another breath, inhale. And this time with the exhale, refold again, just letting yourself drape here. And then tuck the chin, feel all parts of the feet. Lift your belly button in and up, and we'll lift your pelvic floor. Tuck the chin and roll up for 5, 4, slow, 3, 2, and 1. And at the top, let the shoulders roll down the back of the body. Sweep these arms up to the sky. We're going to take and have the pointer fingers out and the thumbs out, this sort of Charlie's Angel Mudra, reaching for the sky here through the side body. Take a nice inhale and then exhale over to the right. Inhale there and that exhale. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the left, breathing into the opposite side of the body. Inhale, stay with it. And then exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, come back through. Release the hands and just open your heart into this sort of goddess arm or this cactus arm. There's belly buttons lifting up, chest is lifting up. Feel that nice space into the front of the body. Take another inhale, grow long. And we're going to do that 2 more times. Exhale, open up your heart. Open your heart to loving kindness, right? 1 more. Inhale. And that exhale, opening up your heart. Beautiful. Inhale, grow nice and long. Palms together and exhale into your heart center. And again, just notice where you can let go, where you can move more with kindness. More with love, slowing down, just being more peaceful. Beautiful. Bring these feet back underneath you, so a little bit closer together. We're going to take and sweep these arms up to the sky, reaching nice and long. Soften the knees and fold forward. Coming into a forward fold, the feet are a little closer together, so just notice how that feels in your body. Take a nice half lift, grow long. And then from here, we're going to step that right foot back. And we're going to bring that right heel down onto the earth. Planting the feet, gaze out in front, find this nice length. Slide the hands to the top of that left knee, right? So you might stack the hands. And then begin to lift yourself up. Good. Shoulders over the hips. And then sweep the arms up to the sky. This is that warrior 1. Take your breath. Inhale. And exhale. Feeling the energy from that back leg, from this front foot. Finding that center line, that center channel, fingertips to the sky. Inhales and exhales. Good. 1 more breath here. Beautiful. Exhale. Find that cactus and just open up that heart. That balance here. 1 more. Inhale. Find that cactus as you exhale. Perfect. Inhale. Arms come long. We're just going to open up and find a warrior 2. So the stance comes a little bit longer possibly. Those back toes open to that warrior, open to about 90 degrees to that warrior 1 footing. Let that front knee be over the ankles. Arms can be to a T. Take a breath. Inhale. And then exhale. That's it. Inhale. Just relax, exhale. Beautiful. From here, take a breath, inhale. And then just slowly cartwheel these hands over. So the hands come either side of that left foot. Roll to the ball of that right foot again. And step forward. Beautiful. Find that nice long spine. You found it before. And then melt into that forward fold, Uttanasana. Beautiful. From here, take these arms this time, reach them all the way out and up. Again, as you come up to the sky, lengthening through the body. And then again, find that mudra. Pointer finger and thumb stay out, fingers are out. This time, exhale over to the left, one breath. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the right, one breath. Inhale back to center, releasing, cactusing once as we open up that heart. Beautiful, nice and long. Good. Hands to your heart center and then just pausing back in. Yeah, just regrouping with your mind, your body, your soul. That sweetness. Good. I'm going to move to this part of the mat so you can see. Take a nice inhale. Sweep the arms up. Good. Exhale. Fold forward. Take your time. Find that half lift. Hands to shins or thighs. And then planting the hands, we're going to step this left foot back. And as you step it back, bring that left heel down onto the earth so the toes are turned out a little bit. And then from here, slide these hands to the top of that right knee. Feel the energy from that back heel to the crown of the head and slow. Lift yourself up. Shoulders go over the hips, gaze out in front. And maybe sweep those arms up to the sky. Inhale and exhale. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. One more breath here. Nice and focused. Feel the muscles working, but also that softness. Take one breath with this cactus. Inhale. Cactus as you open up. Beautiful. Inhale long. And then opening. Warrior 2. That stance might come a little bit longer. The back toes open up. And this front knee over those toes. Arms can be long. Take your breath for 2. Inhale and exhale. And 1. You got it. Perfect. From here, we're going to take these arms, reach them long. We're going to take and turn the toes in. So now we're in this kind of wide straddle. But then as you find this length, I want you to turn both toes just a little bit out. Take a nice inhale. Bend the knees and open up this heart as we cactus. Goddess pose. Inhale, go long, nothing forceful. Doesn't have to be really deep. Exhale as you cactus. Goddess pose. Inhale, last time. Good. And that exhale. Perfect. Turn. Go long, turn those toes back out, revisit that warrior 2, and then just cartwheel the hands over. Same thing, but this time we're going to step back. You can bring the knees down onto the earth. Good. We're in that tabletop position, and then melt down to your child. Should feel good. If you want to take a downward dog, this is the time. We're going to take about 4 breaths in the child, so maybe the same for you in that downward facing dog. So again, honor your practice. If you want a little bit more, you can always come through a flow or stay in that dog or stay in that child. Good. Wherever you are, be connected. One more breath. If you're in that downward facing dog, bring the knees down. If you're in that child's pose, we come up, hands and knees, and we're just going to bring these legs around to seated. Yeah, good. And finding the seated position, we're going to take and bring these soles of the feet together into this Baddha Konasana. Rock the sit bones a little bit. Lengthen the spine. Hands can be on the knees or on the shins or on the ankles. And just find a little space here, connection to the feet. Take a breath here and inhale, just lift your heart a little bit of that cow. And then exhale, round back and sit back into it. And I want you to pause there. So this shape, kind of trusting yourself as you lean back, tuck the chin, belly draws in. Just see how it feels to let the hips relax and find this balance from the feet to the sit bones, up the spine. Good. As you breathe there, you can really let the body open up. It feels good. One more breath. Perfect. Lift the belly button in and up. Begin to come back up. Nice long seat. And from here, we're going to take this right leg and we're going to extend it out. And that left foot comes to the inside. Sitting tall. Turning your torso slightly over that right leg. Hands come down onto the earth. And just walk it out a little bit. Just a little bit. And slow. Feel the breath here. Stay connected. Trying not to collapse in the pose, to go deep, and finding that we have that tendency to go to the deepest stretch we possibly can. That's only going to create more resistance, right? Remember kind of this focus today, moving in that loving kindness, moving away from fear, from anxiety, from force, from anger. We can find it if we can be love and full of love and kindness to ourselves. How we talk to ourselves becomes more pure, more kind. One more breath here. Perfect. And then ever so slowly just drawing that belly button in and just beginning to roll yourself up. Perfect. Taking this left knee, we're going to draw it in, that foot comes onto the earth. And then this right arm's going to reach nice and long. And then we're going to wrap it around to the outside of that left knee, and that left hand's going to come behind us. Grow long on an inhale, and then take a little twist with that exhale. Belly button, rib cage, heart center. Taking a few more breaths. Inhale and exhale. A little bit of a twist, a little bit of energy of the back of that right leg and the outside of that left. Beautiful. One more breath. That's it. Coming back through to center. And we're going to switch, taking this left leg long and this right foot to the inside. And find those sit bones. Shimmy around a little bit. Get that foundation. Perfect. And then just turning that torso slightly over that left leg. Hands can be on the earth. Inhale, grow long. And then softly exhale as you walk out a little bit. Take your time. And just breathing in and out. There's no rush in these poses. Allowing yourself to peacefully, quietly move into the poses. Good. 2 more breaths here. One more breath. Lifting the belly button in and out. Slowly walking yourself back up. Beautiful. This right knee comes in, that right sole of the foot down onto the earth, and then taking this left arm up to the sky. Feel that reach, right? Connect there first. And then cross it over, wrapping it around. And this right hand comes behind you. Grow long on an inhale. And then take a nice little twist here with the exhale. Heart opens, nothing forceful. Just feeling some nice energy through the outside of that thigh, the heart opening, the breath soft for 2. And 1. And then slow, coming back through to center. And we're going to take and extend this leg long, but we're going to take both legs, opening them up a little bit. And I really do encourage here, if you're feeling really tight into the lower back, into the hips, the inner thighs, any of those areas, sit up onto a nice stack of a towel, blanket, or a pillow. Yeah, and then it allows a little bit of space to come into your pelvis. Yeah, feet turned up to the sky, nothing forced. Another thing is having a prop right in front. Okay, I should have told you all these things before you came into this shape. Place your hands onto the mat or that block, sit tall here. And then just slowly come forward. So again, it might not be as you envision, right? I always have this vision that today I'm going to drape my whole belly onto the earth. And that just doesn't happen with this body. So it doesn't mean that I'm going to judge it. I just want us to be able to relax, to breathe, and let go. Please don't force this area, the inside of our legs. We don't need to force, we don't need to strain the knees. You can always walk a little bit further out. Good. A few more breaths here. Where can you let go? That mind, that chatter of the mind. And just peacefully be with the shape, be with your body, be with your practice. One more breath here. Beautiful. Lifting the belly button in and up. And just slowly bringing yourself back up. And then bringing these legs back together. And I want us to take, keeping these legs out in front, but the knees slightly bent, and a little bit of a maybe 2/5 separation between the feet. Sit nice and tall here. Another kind of forward fold, but it's Paschimottanasana, that forward fold, but with a little softness behind the knees. So lengthen your spine and just begin to draw your belly towards the thighs. Hands can kind of wrap behind the knees. You might find the fingertips, the wrists, or the elbows. Whatever feels right. And just breathe into the back of the body, kind of drawing yourself in, but also kind of sitting back into it. I know that sounds funny, but the more you draw yourself in, you get that wrap of the opposite elbows or wrists. And then you can sit back for that stretch. If you like, you can always release those. Take the hands to the outer edges of the feet, and you might just extend a little bit into that shape, that forward fold with a more extended leg. Either way, check in with your body, check in with your back, your hips. They will tell you what's right for you. Again, not a forceful practice today. Kind, loving, easeful. One more breath here. Beautiful. And then just ever so slowly, just rolling ourselves up. One more little pose before we come down onto the earth. Taking these hands, bringing them behind us, fingertips forward, heart opens. Let the feet come a little bit wider, knees are bent. And then just take the knees over to the right. A little bit of that twist we started with in the beginning. Good. Feeling this into the top leg. And if you like, you can always place that ankle on top of the outer edge of the knee, but be really mindful. I don't want this to be forceful, lifting the belly button, opening up the heart. And if that doesn't feel good, if that doesn't feel sweet, release it. Good, one more breath here. A little bit of work into the arms for sure. Good. And then just slow, come back through center. And then take these knees, you might shift the hips over the other direction. Yeah, a little bit wider, just notice, heart opens. And again, if you like, you can always take that opposite, that bottom foot onto the outer edge of the knee. Notice how it feels. I'm going to release it for me today. Good. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. And then ever so slowly, coming out of this, we're going to make our way down to our backs. So allow yourself, if you brought a blanket and even a pillow, allow yourself to find that. We're going to take 5 minutes of a shavasana, and I'm just going to talk to you through the shavasana a little bit. just reminding of your breath. So whatever it is, just bring yourself down. Woo. Knees can come into the chest, a nice little hug just to prepare that spine. And then slide the soles of the feet down onto the earth, and then allow yourself to set up however you like. Legs can be long, blanket coming over you, covering yourself up. Take that time now for you to set up. I'm going to take this practice seated. I just want you to release into the earth. And as you find that space for yourself, allow that lower back to release and open up. Remember, like we did in the very beginning, allow that space between the shoulder blades, the back of the neck, allow that to open up. Let the knees, ankles, toes, let them roll out and release. Soften, close your eyes. And just take a breath here and inhale through the nose. Soft exhale out through the mouth. As you just let your body melt into the earth. Let it just release 100% into the earth. Just letting your body, these actions, these pauses be about kindness and love. Ahimsa reminds us that our actions can come always from a place of love, non-harming to ourselves and harming to others. And just feel this place right now where you are. Just let yourself go, let yourself release. Feeling peacefulness in your heart, in your body. Moving away from anger, fear. And just staying in this place of kindness, of love, of gentleness to yourself and to others. Just letting your breath move slowly. Letting your heart rate calm. And just feeling yourself here, right now, in this place of peace, of breath, of love. Feeling this body melting into the earth, relaxing, calming, nurturing yourself. And just allowing yourself this pause so you can reset yourself over and over again. Allowing ourselves to practice living in kindness, living with our hearts, with patience, living right. Notice how that feels in this moment to you, to yourself. ourselves that when we move with more peace, more love, more kindness, we're moving away from fear, from violence, from harm, from anxiety. It's very difficult for all of this kindness and love to live with that. So if we move away from this fear, this anger, and into our hearts, we can feel this peace towards ourselves, towards others, towards the world. And just bring your hands down onto your heart center and just pause there. Just feel again, feel you. And then take this feeling of love, this peace, take it with you off your mat. And just move with this feeling throughout your day. This feeling of peace, of kindness, of love, non-violence, moving in the space of ahimsa, without fear, without anger, but with love. And then just roll yourself over to your side, coming into that fetal position. And then just rolling yourself up and coming to your seat. Sitting nice and tall. Bring your hands to your heart center and just bow into your heart. May I have compassion for myself. May I have compassion for others. May I have compassion, love, and peace and kindness for all. Take a nice inhale as you lift your head. Exhale out through your mouth. And inhale together for a soft Om. And as we bow to ourselves, we bow to each other, and we bow to this day. May we be peaceful. May we be kind. May we be full of love. Namaste. Thank you so much, yogis. I hope you have a beautiful day. My internet, cross my fingers, seems to be working properly now from home. And I will see you this week in my teachings. Any questions, email me or messenger me. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.